For over half a century, the moon has been a realm of silence. Its grey, pock-marked plains have known only the whisper of solar wind. The final human footprints left in its dust remain undisturbed, a ghostly monument to a triumphant bygone age of exploration. That long quietude is about to be profoundly and gloriously broken. From the historic launch pads of the Florida coast, a new titan stirs. A new name echoes through the mission control rooms and assembly bays.
Of plasma from the sun.
It is a name drawn from ancient myth, the twin sister of the sun god. This fresh chapter in our cosmic story is called Artemis, and its second great undertaking, the Artemis II mission, is ready. This is not merely a return, it is a reinvention. It represents the culmination of decades of dreaming, engineering, and persistence. A new generation born after the last bootprint was made on the lunar surface is poised to look up and witness humanity once again reach for our nearest celestial neighbor. 4 human beings will soon embark on an odyssey that will take them far beyond the cradle of Earth. Their journey will be the first crewed voyage into deep space since 1972. This expedition will test the machinery, the procedures, and the very spirit of a renewed ambition to live and work beyond our own world.
Artemis and Apollo
The crew
ascended to
will
the
not
heavens,
land not
their
yet.
forms
Their flight is
immortalized
a
as
crucial dress
constellations.
rehearsal, a daring loop around the moon to validate the systems that will very soon carry others back to its mysterious cratered landscapes. To understand the magnitude of this moment, we must first look back. We must recall the grainy black and white images of Apollo. Those missions were a product of their time, a geopolitical race to a finish line. They were spectacular, audacious sprints defined by singular moments of triumph. Each successful landing was a monumental achievement for all humankind. But the Apollo program, for all its glory, was never designed to be sustainable. The Saturn V rockets were magnificent single-use Goliaths. The lunar modules were delicate one-way craft, abandoned after their vital purpose was served.
Checklist
After
confirmed.
Apollo
Proceeding to
17,
stage 2.
with political
Tranquility
winds
Base here.
shifting
The
and
Eagle has
budgets
landed.
tightening, the Endeavour ceased. The focus of human spaceflight turned inward toward low Earth orbit. The space shuttle era gave us routine access to the nearby void. It allowed for the construction of the International Space Station. This orbiting laboratory became a permanent human outpost just above our atmosphere. There, we learned invaluable lessons about long-duration space travel. We mastered living in microgravity, conducting complex science, and maintaining a habitat in a hostile environment. These were the essential, foundational steps we had to take. Robotic emissaries, meanwhile, became our deep space scouts. Orbiters mapped the moon in breathtaking detail, revealing secrets Apollo never could. They found evidence of water ice locked
The
away
International
in
Space
permanently
Station, a
shadowed
triumph of
craters at the
engineering,
poles.
grew
This
piece by
discovery
piece over
fundamentally
dozens of
changed our
missions.
perception of the moon from a dead, barren rock into a potential resource hub, a possible oasis for future explorers. Now, all those threads of progress, the lessons from the ISS, the data from robotic probes, and the unquenched fire of human
up here,
curiosity
the
are
world
being
looks so
woven
peaceful.
together. The Artemis
can't see the
program is the
portals,
loom upon
only the
which this
planet.
new tapestry is created. Its goal is not flags and footprints, but a sustainable long-term presence. It envisions a base camp at the lunar South Pole, a laboratory for science and technology, and a crucial staging point for the next great leap, the human exploration of Mars. At the very heart of this grand enterprise is the hardware, the physical manifestation of this dream. Towering over the landscape is the Space Launch System, or SLS. This is the most powerful rocket ever constructed by
By
human
mining the
hands.
abundant water ice
Its
at the
sheer
lunar
scale
poles,
is difficult to
we can
comprehend, a
transform the moon from a
skyscraper
barren
of fire
rock
and
into a
ambition. At liftoff, its 4 RS-25 engines and 2 solid rocket boosters will generate nearly 9 million pounds of thrust. This colossal machine, an amalgamation of heritage technology and cutting-edge innovation, represents the most concentrated, propulsive force humanity has ever assembled. It is a statement, a declaration that our species is once again serious about deep space. The SLS is the only launch vehicle in the world capable of sending the Orion spacecraft, its crew, and its cargo on a direct trajectory to the lunar vicinity in a single flight. Its creation was a monumental challenge of engineering and logistics. Perched atop this controlled explosion sits the Orion capsule. This is the crew's chariot, their command center, their lifeboat. Though it carries the familiar conical shape of the Apollo command modules, Orion is an entirely different class of vessel built for a new century. Its interior is more spacious, capable of supporting 4 astronauts for up to 3 weeks. Its life support systems are regenerative, recycling air and water to a degree unimaginable in the 1,960 seconds. A critical technology for long voyages. A state-of-the-art glass cockpit replaces the dizzying array of analog switches and dials of the past. The craft is powered by a European-built service module, a cylindrical powerhouse providing propulsion, electricity from solar arrays and thermal control. Everything about this ship is designed with an eye toward the future, toward
Proceed
Mars.
with the next sequence.
The Artemis I mission was the uncrewed test flight of this integrated
The telemetry
system.
readings on the life support look
In
stable.
late 2022,
Yes, but check the
an
power
empty
draw on the
Orion
science payload in
capsule
Bay
was
3.
hurled into space by the SLS. It performed a distant retrograde orbit around the Moon, traveling farther from Earth than any human-rated spacecraft had ever gone before. The flight tested every critical system, pushing the vehicle to its limits. The most vital test came at the end of its 25-day journey.
Confirmed. Uploading sequence B.
Orion slammed back into Earth's atmosphere at nearly 25,000 miles per hour. It endured temperatures half as hot as the surface of the
Unfurling like
Sunday.
massive
Its
metallic
advanced
wings,
heat shield,
the
the
arrays
largest of
captured
its
the sun's
kind
energy,
ever built,
providing
performed
vital power
flawlessly.
to the service
The
module.
successful splashdown in the Pacific Ocean was the final triumphant validation. It proved the hardware was ready and the path was now clear for a crew. And what a crew it is. 4 individuals have been chosen to pioneer this new path. They represent a blend of experience, skill, and international partnership. Their selection marks a new era in the profile of a lunar explorer. These voyagers carry the hopes of a world watching their every move. Leading the mission is Commander Reid Wiseman, a veteran US Navy test pilot. His previous experience includes a long-duration stay on the International Space Station. He possesses the calm, decisive leadership essential for
Traveling
such
at
a
nearly
high-stakes
25,000
flight.
miles per hour, the Orion
As
capsule
commander,
slams into
the
the upper
ultimate
atmosphere,
responsibility
creating
for
a
the crew
blinding
and the
sheath of
vehicle
plasma.
rests on his shoulders. His steady hand will guide the ship through its complex 10-day trek. The pilot for this historic flight is Victor Glover, another accomplished naval aviator. He piloted the first operational flight of SpaceX's Crew Dragon to the ISS. Glover will become the first person of color to travel beyond low Earth orbit. His presence on this mission is a powerful symbol of progress and inclusion. He brings immense skill in piloting complex aerospace vehicles through dynamic phases of flight. Mission specialist Christina Koch is an engineer and a record-breaking astronaut. She holds the record for the longest single spaceflight by a woman. Her extended time aboard the space station provides profound expertise in spacecraft systems. Koch's role will be crucial for monitoring the Orion
This mission is
and
a symbol
ensuring
of
all
vital
its components
international
function as
collaboration.
designed.
We're here together,
Her
working for the
selection
future of
ensures that
science.
for the first time, a woman will journey to the moon. Rounding out the quartet is mission specialist Jeremy
Bridge to
Hansen
control.
of the Canadian
Trajectory is
Space
correcting.
Agency.
We are back
A
on
former
nominal
fighter pilot,
parameters.
Hansen represents the vital international collaboration at the heart of Artemis. His participation makes Canada only the second nation in history to send a human being into deep space. This partnership underscores that the return to the moon is a global endeavor, not a nationalistic race. Together, these four pioneers form a cohesive, highly trained team. Their mission profile is a dance of orbital mechanics, a precise celestial ballet. It begins with the thunderous roar of the SLS launch from Kennedy Space Center. The initial ascent will be a brutal, exhilarating ride, pinning the crew to their seats as they accelerate through the atmosphere in just over 8 minutes. Once in a stable orbit, Orion will separate from the rocket's upper stage.
Holding steady at 90%.
This initial period in Earth orbit is a critical checkout phase. The crew will methodically test every system on their spacecraft. They will transition Orion from a launch vehicle into a deep space habitat. This is the final opportunity to turn back if any anomaly is discovered. Every switch, every valve, every line of code will be scrutinized before committing to the moon. With a go from mission control,
a powerful push that slingshots
arrives.
Orion out of Earth's grasp.
The rocket's upper stage will fire its engine one last time. This is the trans-lunar injection burn, a powerful push that slingshots Orion out of Earth's grasp
on the starboard array.
and onto a precise course toward its destination.
Confirmed.
For the crew, this is the
levels
point
are
of
nominal.
no return, the moment Earth transforms from a ceiling into a sphere. The transit to the moon will take several days. This phase will not be idle. The astronauts have a packed schedule. They will continue to test Orion's capabilities, including its manual navigation systems.
All the conflicts,
Using
all
the
the
positions
borders,
of
they
the
just
Earth and
disappear.
Moon, they will practice flying the craft in the event of a failure of the primary automated guidance computers. This is a demonstration of pure piloting skill in the vastness of interplanetary space. But for the crew, this leg of the voyage also offers a unique human experience. They will witness the Earth shrinking behind them, a pale blue dot suspended in blackness. This perspective, known as the overview effect, has profoundly changed every person who has seen it. It's a powerful reminder of our planet's fragility and our shared place in the cosmos. The four travelers inside Orion will be the first of their generation to have this revelation firsthand. As they approach their target, the moon will grow in their windows. It will swell from a familiar disk into a vast three-dimensional world. The plan calls for a lunar flyby, not an orbit. Orion will use the moon's gravity to bend its trajectory, shaping its path for the return trip. This free return trajectory is an elegant, fuel-efficient maneuver. The climax of the journey will be their passage behind the lunar far side. For a period of roughly 30 minutes, the bulk of the moon will block all direct communication with Earth.
It is a profound
The crew will
moment.
be utterly alone, farther from home than any human has ever been. They will witness a landscape that no one has seen with their own eyes since 1972. A rugged alien terrain, untouched by the dark volcanic plains of the near side. Emerging from that radio silence, they will be treated to the most spectacular sight in the solar system. They will witness an Earthrise. The brilliant blue and white marble of our home world will ascend over the stark grey
As the
lunar
capsule dips
horizon.
into the upper atmosphere,
This
the heat shield
iconic
glows,
moment, first
demonstrating the
captured by
extreme
the crew of
forces at
Apollo
play
8,
during the skip
will be
maneuver.
reborn in high definition.
The animation shows how
It
this
will be a
technique
shared
bleeds off
global
speed more
experience,
gently
a
and
chance
allows
for
for
all of
greater
us to see
precision in
ourselves
targeting
from
the
a
landing
distance
zone.
once more. The slingshot maneuver will then fling Orion back toward home. The return journey will be faster, as the spacecraft falls back into Earth's immense gravity well.
We are in a
The
full
crew will
blackout.
prepare their vessel for the most
plasma
perilous
density is
part of the
increasing
entire
exponentially,
mission
flight.
re-entry. Their capsule will approach the atmosphere at an incredible velocity. The challenge is to shed that immense kinetic
At
energy
this
as
velocity,
heat.
the crew relies
Orion will
entirely on
perform
the
a novel
integrity of the heat
skip-entry
shield to
maneuver.
protect them
It
from
will
the
dip into
superheated
the upper
plasma.
atmosphere, using it like a stone skipping on water. This technique allows it to bleed off speed more gently and control its landing zone with greater precision. Even so, the heat shield will glow a brilliant, terrifying white-hot. The plasma sheath surrounding the craft will cause another communications
the Orion
blackout.
capsule returns home,
Inside the crew will be subjected to powerful G-forces. They must trust completely in the engineering of their heat shield. After the peak heating phase, a sequence of parachutes will deploy. From drogue chutes that stabilize the capsule
on the
to
capsule,
the three enormous
a crucial
main
final
canopies,
step in the
this
historic
carefully
mission.
choreographed aerial ballet will slow the
It is
craft
so good to
to
be
a
back.
gentle splashdown speed.
Welcome
The
home,
final
crew.
moment of the mission will be the sight of Orion floating in the Pacific Ocean. Recovery teams from the US Navy will be waiting to retrieve the crew and their capsule. Their return will mark the successful completion of a monumental test. It will prove that our new generation of deep space hardware works. It will signify that humanity is once again a species capable
From advanced
of traveling
materials to
between
warp propulsion
worlds.
and refined life
The
support,
importance
the
of
mission
Artemis
rapidly
II cannot
accelerated
be
the pace of
overstated.
scientific discovery.
This single mission bridges the gap between the Apollo legacy and a future of permanent settlement. It is the critical link that makes everything else possible. The data gathered on this flight will inform every aspect of the subsequent mission Artemis III, which will finally see astronauts, including the first woman walk on the lunar South Pole. This endeavor is about more than just technology
Confirmed.
and
We are clear for the
exploration.
next burn.
It is a catalyst for science, driving discoveries in
Gateway
materials,
rendezvous.
science,
The new module
propulsion,
looks solid.
and life
Agreed.
support.
It's quite a view
It is a
from here.
vehicle for inspiration designed to encourage a new generation
Gateway
of
is our
students
staging
to pursue
point.
careers
These
in
biological
science,
samples are critical
technology,
before we deploy
engineering,
to the
and
surface.
mathematics. A successful mission will create a new Apollo moment for the 21st century. It reignites a sense of
Gateway.
shared purpose
This is
and
Artemis.
collective achievement. In a world often fractured by division, the sight of 4 humans from 2 nations working together as they circle another world is a powerful message of unity.
T-minus 10
It reminds
seconds.
us of what
9,
we can
8,
accomplish
7,
when we
6,
aim
5.
for
Main engine
goals that are
start.
truly
3, 2,
grand.
1, 0.
The mission is a testament to long-term vision and international cooperation. Artemis II is the first step, not the final destination.
All
It is the
stations
opening
report
act
status.
of a sustained
Science
campaign
array is
of
nominal,
human
Commander.
expansion into the
We are
solar
approaching the
system.
transfer point in T-minus 30
The knowledge
seconds.
gained will
A
enable us
powerful
to build the
symbol of our
Gateway, a
emissaries
small space
venturing
station
to
in
the
lunar
silent
orbit,
world
which
that
will
has
serve as a
beckoned for
permanent
all
hub
of
for
history.
science and exploration. From there, we will learn to live off the land, to extract water, and make fuel from lunar resources. These are the skills we must master before we attempt the far more arduous journey to Mars. The Moon is our proving ground, a relatively close and accessible testbed for the technologies and strategies needed to send humans to the Red Planet. Every system validated, every procedure perfected on an Artemis flight is a direct investment in the future of interplanetary travel. So when the countdown reaches 0 and the SLS ignites,
You won't
we
believe
will
what the
not just
captain
be
did
watching
during
a
the nebula
rocket
scan.
launch. We will be witnessing the start of a new odyssey.
Oh, this should be good.
We will see 4 of our own strapped into the tip of a controlled explosion, carrying the cumulative knowledge of our civilization with them. They are
To
our
sustain
emissaries
future
to the
Mars
silent
missions,
world
the Orion
that has
capsule
beckoned to
utilizes
us
advanced
for
life
all
support,
of history. The
continuously
long
scru-
pause is over. The silence will soon be filled with the crackle of communications, the hum of life support, and the awestruck voices of 4 explorers seeing their home from an unimaginable distance. Artemis II is ready.
Status check on the burn.
Humanity's
Correction
journey
nominal.
back to the moon and onward to the stars
Telemetry
is about
looks
to
good.
begin.
We are go.
We are ready for the ignition sequence.
The lunar gravity is already acquiring us.